The yaks charged toward the crowd like they'd gone mad. Seeing this, the warriors immediately hurled their spears. The moment the spears hit the ground, their sharp tips formed an invisible barrier. The herd was forced to change direction. By the time the yaks realized what was happening, it was already too late. One by one, they plunged off the cliff. The alpha yak saw this and flew into a rage. It turned and charged straight at the crowd. The scrawny jack became its target for revenge. The chief shouted for his son to run, but human legs are no match for a wild beast. Jack was knocked down and pinned by the alpha yak. The chief threw his spear to save him, and although it struck deep into the yak's back, the beast showed no sign of stopping. With the cliff edge just ahead, the chief could only watch helplessly as his son fell into the abyss. Regret instantly overwhelmed him. As the leader of the tribe, he had always hoped his son would become a great warrior, but Jack was born timid and frail. He couldn't even master basic survival skills. His father had planned to toughen him up during winter. He never expected to cause this disaster with his own hands. Fortunately, Jack grabbed onto a rock as he fell, but that glimmer of hope was instantly shattered. The rock couldn't bear his weight and suddenly broke off. Once again, the father watched his son fall into the darkness, yet there was nothing he could do. All he could do was scatter funeral preservation powder through his tears, hoping to keep his son's body from being devoured by wild animals. But what no one knew was, Jack wasn't dead. He had landed on a narrow stone ledge. Before long, a vulture flew over and viciously pecked at Jack's lips. The sharp pain jolted Jack awake. Only then did he realize the danger he was in. He desperately called out for his father, but there was no response. Jack had no choice but to try climbing up, but the rock wall was too slippery to get a foothold. He couldn't find anywhere to push off from. All he could do was grip the cracks in the rock with his bare hands, his entire body dangling in midair. And that's when the storm hit. Under the pounding rain, the rocks became even more slippery. Just when his life hung by a thread, he noticed the storm had filled the valley floor with water. A bold idea suddenly struck him. Jack gritted his teeth, let go, kicked off backward, and plunged straight into the deep pool below.